everyone, today I've got your Ant-Man and the Wasp movie review. Ant-Man goes on a new mission, but this time he has some company. So as far as the story goes, this latest installment in the Marvel Universe has a new threat that could jeopardize a family reunion. In this movie, Scott Lang is forced to come out of his house arrest to help Hank Pym and his daughter in finding this one villain that seems to be in this sort of like multi-dimensional phase. And at first it was really crazy to see because one, the villain is stealing literally an entire building that was shrunken down, and that's Hank's lab, and this movie takes you on this wild ride to get it back and defeat all of these other people who are chasing after them. It's a ride that doesn't exactly seem to end, especially for an over 2-hour-long film. And that is technically perfect timing for a movie like this. But at the end of the day, the plot was very basic and pretty much like the first Ant-Man movie. The majority of this movie, the story kind of gets lost in the quantum realm, just like a certain character. I don't know if I was exactly too keen on everything that was going on, but I was still pretty impressed with what I saw. So as far as the casting goes, you've got Paul Rudd, who plays Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, and he dons the suit again, and I think he really improved as a character. He changed as a character because he definitely felt like he put his heart and soul into this performance, even more so in this sequel. The Evangeline Lilly's character, who I thought was a very standout role as Hope, aka the Wasp, and you get to see her don that suit, and I thought like she was really cool and powerful and had more gadgets to use, unlike Ant-Man, but she was still pretty awesome nonetheless. And you've got Michael Douglas, who plays her dad, who's also great, if not better this time around, as Hank Pym. Michelle Pfeiffer, who plays Hope's mom, I thought like her scenes were really cool, and I was really excited to see what she could do, even though she didn't exactly do much in this movie, but it's still cool to see her show up in this movie because that was all they pretty much ever talked about. Michael Pena was just completely useless in this movie. I really didn't understand why he just seemed to be the one that's constantly, pulling out all the jokes, and that's literally all he ever did, and sometimes it got really annoying. Even the villain of this movie, Hannah John Kamen as Ghost, I thought, she was trying to appear interesting and also coming off as maybe a sympathetic character, but she definitely failed to impress me with her lack of character development, and maybe they were going to use her more, but whatever. And even Lawrence Fishburne's character didn't really add much to the overall story. I don't know what was going on with his character. So the things that I liked about this movie was that the fast-paced action really had me sold on what was going on, and seeing some of the new tricks that they had to make certain objects bigger or even some characters smaller. Sometimes because of that, it made the movie feel not as large in scale because of, it trying too hard. Things were just, this sort of like smoke and mirrors, like gimmicky thing. It is lighthearted, unlike some of the most recent Marvel movies that have come out. So, it's a nice balance to put that in there, even though Marvel movies are known to be more kid-friendly and lighthearted. And it was funny at times, so I wouldn't necessarily say that I wasn't not laughing. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that because there was a repeat of certain jokes and things that might have been, utilized in the first movie. It just really sounded like the writing became lazy and dumb, and I didn't really appreciate, some of the unoriginality of this film, even though some things were added to make it look really new and fresh and different, but it really felt like nothing I haven't seen before. So overall, I would say that this movie was still entertaining. I still enjoyed it for the most part. So I don't know how much more they can bring to this character and add to this character, but hopefully I get to see more of them in the future, in future Marvel films. And I would still recommend seeing this movie, but I don't know if anybody will truly be disappointed in this movie or not. So I would give this 3.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Ant-Man and the Wasp. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Keep it going for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys later.